Okay, welcome to Daily Chess and another rapid game here. Nice to see. Okay, playing black against Cifuentes, e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, so the Petrov Defence with two systems for white, usually knight takes e5 and d4. He chooses knight takes e5. First playing d6 before not allowing any discovered attacks here. And now after knight takes d4 we get a symmetrical structure in which white usually plays either with knight c3 or d4. And after d5 to solidify my knight there. Okay, h3. I actually faced this move once in a tournament game where I just ended up being much better, or at least slightly better compared to the main lines. I think I would just go with it, playing bishop e7. If he continues on bishop d3 and so on, I should have just be a tempi up. Yeah, just go knight c6. And then castle, castle. Knight bd2. Of course, I could probably just exchange it off. And the position should be around equal. I could try to play f5. This is always a bit risky. I mean, especially if my bishop is shut in. Maybe I can go along with this line. Okay, bishop f5. Can play c4. Just go knight b4 again. Then, not quite sure. I could first take and take this one. It seems this bishop f5 isn't that bad. I mean, the worst what can happen is that he gets this bishop and I just get his two knights. So he has a bishop here in the end. Okay, rook move. Let's exchange it off. If he takes my bishop, I just take his knight. If he takes with the queen, I take the d4 pawn, forking the bishop and the queen, regaining it with dividends. So, yeah, should be much better for me. Otherwise, he has to cripple his structure. Probably he's calculating it. So queen takes, bishop takes, queen takes. And maybe bishop d6 to stop him playing bishop f4, where his bishop would be a bit superior to mine. Looks quite good. Okay, still calculating. Okay, took with the queen. Probably he saw it. Take it out. Queen takes. Maybe I could even play queen d6. But after c3, bishop f6 is not very effective. So probably bishop d6. But then maybe queen b5. Queen b5. Yeah. Queen b5, rook a to b8. You cannot take because discovered a check. Queen falls. We have the king f h1. I think it would work. I could get rid of the pressure here. For instance, bishop queen b5, rook a to b8, king h1. c3 first. Well, so we go first for a6 to stop these ideas. I mean, why should I allow this? Maybe play even f6. Try to. Okay, this is also interesting. He wants to force me to weaken my dark squares. Okay, g6 would just stop everything, but weaken the dark squares a bit. f5 is the other option, but then knight e6, so this is something I could easily dismiss. Okay, I have to go for g6. No. Goes back. Playing bishop h6. Let's just go rook e8. Well, with which idea? Okay, the knight cannot move because g5 shuts, imprisons the bishop. Traps the bishop and it should be winning. Bishop g5 is an idea. Here we go. Playing f6, rook e7, rook a to e8, doubling in the file. Okay, going to b3. Queen f7. With the intention of rook a to b8, then c6, and then knight f5. So even if you play c4, I mean this simply doesn't mean anything. Just go there. If we exchange queens, I have a very good isolated queen pawn position. What the heck? I mean, this just blunders the pawn, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, queen takes d5. Let's see. Okay, if we exchange it off, I just take with knight and threaten to take here. So he avoids it. That doesn't help him. I just play this one, create a weakness here, which looks very serious to my eyes. Looks as if black would get a very strong initiative. I think it was still critical to take the pawn and then to play with this weakness here. Okay, now I get it for free. Now even f5. Making this a blockading square. Okay, if the bishop goes, queen goes there, I just play rook e4. Take the queen. Can go to g3, can go to f2, but then bishop c5 increases the pressure. Goes back, which I don't consider very good. I just play this one. The queen has only one square left, which is g5, so the knight cannot go there anymore. Now double trouble. If he moves, with the rook, which I thought he would do. I could either pick up this pawn, might penetrate there. Queen c5 looks very strong. Rook, yeah. Queen c5 looks strong. Just going for this pawn here. I don't see any counterplay for him. I mean, he has one weakness, which is probably the defining factor of the position. Those two pawns lack some defense, but they're not right now. They may not be weak. He has the d4 square, maybe the only compensation. Maybe ideas such as h5, h4, h5. But that's very slow, and I don't think he can save himself. With knight d4, I probably just play this. Bishop g7. The knight and the pawn there. Yeah, let's see what he tries or will try. Okay, he goes for this. I think I would just first of all just pick up this pawn. If he goes queen f6, you cannot even, like, you can play queen f, but then I just discover and finish him off quite quickly. And even this tactical point here, let's say rook takes c7 in order to distract my queen. And if he removes the defender, because here now, for instance, rook takes c7, queen takes c7, queen takes on e3, I might play just bishop c5. He has to go there, and I just pin him and yeah, should also be over, right? I mean, you cannot get rid of this pin, which is probably the telling factor. Okay, so he moves aside. Isn't this just blundering the piece? And what about rook takes f3, just finishing him off. Check. If he takes with the pawn, I just play queen b5 check and pick up the rook. Right? Yeah, it seems so. If king e2, queen h, okay, here it comes. And the rook is mine. After which he could probably even resign. Goes for more. Okay, let's see, what do you want? How do you want to continue? Threatening bishop b4 and queen d2 check with the forcing queen exchange. Okay, and that was enough for him. Okay. Well, okay, it was rated 1736. Well, okay, let me see if, okay, just h3 idea. Probably wanted to save us some tempo. Okay, take away this possibility of bishop g4 in some lines, but I mean after knight b7, bishop 5 takes. It looked very, very good for white, for black. I mean, this should be about equal. Okay, I mean, this is not good. c4 is not good. I think after this, black's better. Takes, queen takes. And this just blunders. Even if he exchanged off the queens, black is always slightly better. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this clip, and subscribe to my channel and maybe leave a comment there. And share the show to your chess friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.